Imagine standing at the airport, just back from a long trip, only to see a crowd of security agents waiting specifically for you. That is exactly the scene that unfolded for the former governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai. It was like something straight out of a political thriller movie. He had just landed at the Abuja Airport from Cairo when the drama began. Security operatives, reportedly from the DSS, were right there on the tarmac, ready to pick him up. But if you know El-Rufai, you know he isn't one to just walk away without asking questions. He stood his ground and asked for a warrant or an official invitation. When they couldn't produce one, the tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. While this was happening, something even more surprising occurred. Regular people at the airport, who were just there to pick up their loved ones, started gathering around. They weren't just watching, they were actually speaking up, saying that things must be done according to the law. In the middle of all that back and forth, his legal team claims that his international passport was taken from one of his aides. They've described the whole situation as a complete ambush. Now, why is this happening now? That's where the story gets really juicy. You see, El-Rufai has been out of the country for a while, resting and taking care of his health. His lawyers explained that he had already received an invitation from the EFCC back in December. Because he was away, his team had been writing to the commission, keeping them updated. They even officially promised that he would walk into the EFCC office on Monday morning, February 16, at exactly 10 a.m. So the big mystery everyone is talking about is, if he already agreed to show up on Monday, why try to grab him at the airport on a Wednesday? It's a question that has sparked a massive debate online. This isn't just about a simple invitation. There's a lot of history here. El-Rufai was once a very close ally of the current government, but lately things have turned cold. After his ministerial appointment didn't go through, he moved to a different political party and has been very vocal about his disagreement with how things are being run. This has led many people to ask, is this a real investigation into how money was spent, or is it just political high junk? Some say the law must take its course regardless of who you are, while others feel like he's being targeted because he is now in the opposition. It's the kind of gist that makes you realize how unpredictable politics can be. One day you are in the inside, and the next day you are the one the cameras are following at the airport. His lawyers are calling for calm and insisting that the rule of law must be respected. They want his passport returned, and they want the harassment to stop, especially since he has already committed to turning himself in. Everyone is now waiting for Monday to see if he will actually walk through those EFCC doors and what will happen once he gets inside. Before we go further into the details of what his lawyers are planning next, please take a moment to hit that like button. It really helps the channel reach more people. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you can stay updated on this story as it develops. We want to know what you think. Do you think El-Rufai was being persecuted, or is this just a standard investigation that got a bit messy at the airport? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. One side of the internet is praising El-Rufai for his boldness, saying he showed everyone exactly how to stand up for their rights. They are sharing the video with captions like, "Know your rights" and "The law is for everyone." On the other hand, some people are saying, wait a minute, if the security agencies want to talk to you, just go. The debate is so intense that El-Rufai and DSS have been trending for hours. Interestingly, it's not just regular citizens talking. Other political figures and groups are weighing in too. The African Democratic Congress, ADC, which is El-Rufai's new political home, has come out with a very strong statement. They are calling this a systematic attempt to criminalize the opposition. They've pointed out that other big names in their party have also been facing heat lately, and they believe this is all a strategy to weaken any group that might challenge the ruling party in the 2027 elections. It's like a giant chess game, and everyone is trying to figure out the next move. Even some civil rights activists have joined the conversation. They are warning that if the government can ignore a pre-agreed date for a voluntary appearance, it sets a scary precedent for everyone else. They are asking, if a former governor can be treated like this at an international airport, what happens to the average man on the street? This has turned this story from just a political gist into a major discussion about the future of democracy and the rule of law in Nigeria. And let's not forget the northern group factor. Some groups from the north have released statements both for and against the former governor. Some say he's being unfairly targeted because of his influence in the region, while others argue that the investigation into the billions of naira allegedly mismanaged during his 8 years in Kaduna must be completed regardless of the timing. It's a complete mix of opinions, and it's making the wait for Monday feel even longer. We are definitely in for a dramatic week. Will we see a massive crowd of supporters at the EFCC office on Monday? Will the passport be returned? There are so many moving parts to this story, and you can trust us to keep our eyes on every single one of them. You've been amazing following this gist so far. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel right now. We are building a community here where we break down the biggest stories in a way that actually makes sense. Don't forget to tell a friend about us.